Hello, this is Alma. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to do a new painting. Here we have this hot press Bristol paper. First we're going to measure it and find the center of our paper in both directions. Then we're going to draw with a pencil. In this case I did a syllable Hrih, Tibetan syllable Hrih, and a circle around it in pencil. And now we are going to use this masking fluid to cover the areas that we want to keep white. We're going to use a brush that we don't care too much about it because it gets it's kind of, when it dries it becomes like a rubber, like a glue, and it's difficult to remove from the brush afterwards. So we have to use it soon because this liquid dries very fast, and it's kind of a mask that you put on your paper, ideally watercolor paper. We're going to choose the ideal brush now. This one I used it in the past with this liquid, so in this case I need a thin one so that I can do the strokes and I can fill the strokes with this liquid. And it's very white, so we want to be careful that we fill it completely without getting outside of the outline, but filling it fully so that the ink doesn't enter there when we put the layer on top. Now that I have the syllable completely full, I'm going to put some lines like rays of light emitting from the syllable Hrih. This syllable in Tibetan it represents an aspect of the enlightened mind, and it is a very beautiful shape. It's associated with the figure of Padmasambhava, the lake-born Vajra, and we've been doing some visualization of this syllable during a retreat that I recently did with my teacher Alan Wallace. And so I thought it would be very beautiful to actually draw it, to get to memorize it better and visualize it better. to use this brush and paint around the circle. First, just with water. We can cover it completely because we have the masking behind. And now we're going to use ink on top of the circle, on top of the water, to give these textures. It expands with the water below. I think the weather is very hot here and the water dries very fast, but still we'll have to keep adding water so that it keeps creating textures. I love these brushes because you can fill one with water and the other with ink, and then you don't have to be refilling or anything. You just keep painting and it keeps flowing from inside, and they are very, very nice. I love them. This one has ink. And now you can use them also, find them in all the art supplies. Most art supplies you can find these brushes, and they have different tips. This one is flat, but there's also with round tip for brush lettering, which I'm planning to do a video about that in the near future. So we almost covered the whole circle, and I want to add more water. In this case, I'm going to put some some ink diluted in water that makes a more grayish tone in the center, so that the outside is darker and the inside is more light. And the good thing is that you can paint over this masking fluid and don't worry about every border and every line. Now that it dried, we're going to, after waiting some time, we can remove it. I left it like overnight, and now with an eraser you can start removing a little part, and then with the finger you can pull it off, and it feels very nice to be removing this. It comes out very easily without damaging the paper. You just have to be a little careful, and that's it. It comes off. But as you see, some of the edges are very rough, so I don't know if I like that. Maybe I can fix it a little bit on the edges after I remove all this masking fluid. Some more left, and you can almost see the result now. Here's the result. Very nice. I'm going to fill the outline with a very thin black pen to make the edges a little bit sharper, because they're nice in that style, in that rough style, but I also want the syllable to kind of come out a little more. So let's see how this is, and if I don't like it, I will probably do something else. Yeah, I don't quite like it totally, so I'm going to use this brush to give more of a painting effect coming out of the outline of the syllable. And I'm going to spread it towards the outside of the circle. And this is the final result. Now I'm just going to put my seal with red ink and sign it, and that's everything we need. Thank you. It's been a pleasure sharing with you, and hope to see you soon.